Well, Aniti, now exclusive that we get you today, and what we are picking up is that a relief package that was underway for the petroleum and oil sector has now been set aside by Finance Ministry. This move is coming in after the Petroleum Ministry took a proposal on certain relief measures that could be given to oil extractors or oil producers of the country, including the private oil companies. In fact, Finance Ministry has replied saying that on revenue issues, this cannot be taken up right away, but certain other kind of relief measures could probably looked into that can bring some kind of relief to the sector. Well, in the early months of COVID-19, that is around March 2020 to April 2020, ONGC and other private oil companies had written to Petroleum Ministry seeking abolition of royalty and oil development cess. Now let me explain you what is this and how could this be helpful. Well, these companies wrote to the Petroleum Ministry saying that abolition of these two kind of taxes and rebate, or even if rebate on these two kind of taxes, could bring about certain kind of cost-effective measures amidst the cash losses that they've been going on. In fact, they also cited that they're unable to hold their operating costs because of the declining international crude oil prices. Well, currently government has levied about 20% of oil development cess and about 12 to 15% of royalty, in addition to other cess that adds up to again 20% of cess. Well, these private oil companies requested that whenever the price falls below $45, then the government should try and waive off the cess and royalty. The government proposed, the Petroleum Ministry proposed this to Finance Ministry, that modifying it that whenever the price falls below $25, this should be abolished, because this will help the sector in coming out of the losses that they've been growing in because of the falling crude prices also. But Finance Ministry is asked to look for alternative means, and now what we're picking up is that Petroleum Ministry has constituted a special committee that's looking into some kind of other reliefs that could be given to the oil companies, the oil extractors. Now, waiver of penalty is one such area that they've been looking into. In fact, every oil extracting company has certain kind of target in terms of well digging, or certain kind of target that they have to submit to the government on a oil financial year. In case that target fails, they have to pay certain kind of penalties, for which the government, Petroleum Ministry, plans to waive off those penalties only after due discussion, of course, with the Finance Ministry. This is what we are picking up, and maybe an announcement is expected soon. But with the way that COVID-19 has gone through, not just petroleum, but there are a lot of other sectors who've been suffering, for example, MSME, auto and aviation, and each sector has certain kind of demands on tax rebates. But to what scope is it possible for Finance Minister to give these tax rebates to each sector is a question that stands, of course, rhetorical.